All right, folks, we're just going to look at the rhythm part. I think it's John. It is John playing this part for the Beatles, All My Loving. And John is really focusing on the kind of a jangly treble stringed chord progression. And so you may be tempted to say, oh, I see an E chord. I'll just play here. But then you'll notice if you looked at the tab, he's not playing here. He's playing his E chords here, which we can play a couple ways. We talked about movable bar theory, at least I think we did, and we know that if a chord can work just like a note, really. If this is a D chord, and I'm only hitting the notes that are actually being pressed on frets, if I move it up a half, one semitone, it's now D sharp, and it's E on 2. So right here, he's playing all of his E chords right here, and it feels weird, but that's an E chord. It's just not a full open E chord, it's just here. Now he plays his E chord with his pinky right here on the 4th string, the D string. I don't, because you know, if this is the full confession time, my pinkies are really bent strangely, and so when it comes to a chord like this, normally your finger would kind of be able to get to that part, and mine just doesn't bend that way. So what I do to compensate or cheat is I only play the bottom 3 strings, which is fine because that's the point of what John's playing, is just the bottom 3 strings, or 3 to 4 strings. So the chord progression itself is not really that difficult, other than those E's might throw your brain for a little bit of a loop. F sharp minor, which is 2nd fret E minor shape, to full B major, which is the 2nd fret A major shape, E up here, A on the 5th fret of the E shape, C minor, which is on the 4th fret of the A minor shape, to the A shape of the 5th fret E shape, or the A chord 5th fret E shape, back to F sharp minor. He does play a regular D chord right here. And then he plays a B7 here. You can play B7 a number of ways. He's playing it here, which looks like that. You can see the tab for it in the song, kind of like a Buddy Holly way of playing it. And then that's kind of, I think, the progression changes slightly differently towards the end of the verse. But really, let me just go through it once, but slow. So this would be, close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remembering all we've been through. And then while I'm away, I'll write home every day. And I'll send all my loving to you. So I'm singing poorly and kind of got it all in front of me. So some of my rhythm was poor there, but that's the basic idea of the verses. So putting that into time and not trying to sing at the same time. Messed up the end there. I should have gone to B, back to D for the last 2 chords that I just played. But mistakes happen, and that's why I left it in the video. So that's pretty straightforward for all of the verses. And then the All My Loving is syncopated. They're playing on the 2nd and 4th beat. So instead of playing, like often if somebody was playing, they would, most of the time you hear stuff that happens on the 1st beat, and it might be accentuated on the 3rd beat. So like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and this is happening on the 2 and the 4, and so it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and if we were singing along, it would be all my loving I will send. Sorry, all my loving I will send to you. Sorry, I got to count that out. It's hard to sing and play on the 2 and the 4. But when we come out of the verse like this, with the "and I'll send all my loving to you." So when you're playing that, what you're really playing is the bottom of C minor, and I'm upstrumming everything. C minor on the 4th fret, A minor shape, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm playing a C sharp minor. I've been saying C minor this whole time, but I meant C sharp minor. The C sharp minor with a major 7th, which we'll talk about at some other point. But and this is kind of a difficult chord to achieve on an acoustic guitar, but I don't have an amp in my office. So I am going to lift my pinky finger from that C sharp minor shape, and I'm going to use my middle I love you finger to block 2 strings at once, the B and the G string. And I'm trying to get 4, 5, 5, 6. You can move your hand all the way around and try and twist it and do this. It's a lot of work, though. It's easier to try and learn how to press your finger down like that on 2 strings than it is to move all of your hands at once. So, and then the 3rd shape is what would be called an E right here, and I'm just going to play it. But because I'm already in this shape, all I really need to do is play with my pinky up. So I've got C sharp minor, C sharp minor major 7, and E. It takes a little bit of practice there. It's easier on an electric guitar, but it's totally doable. I'll steal somebody else's video for the little lead guitar. I can't remember it. Maybe I remember it. Anyway, if you have any questions, come see me in class. This is a great song to work on those movable bar chords, especially in that D shape, to make that E on the 4th fret. Come see me in class, ask me questions on EDSBY, whatever you need to do. Have a great day.